Hello, I'm Amber Serrani from France. I'm a sustainable expert in climate adaptation and gender equity. I arrived in Vietnam 1 year ago, and now I'm working with big organizations such as UN Women, doing some public policy for the Vietnamese government. And also I work for corporates in advising for sustainability roadmap to provide green strategy and all over the sustainable economic growth.
Thưa bà định nghĩa greenwashing tẩy xanh thế nào? Tại sao tẩy xanh đang trở nên phức tạp hơn?
So to answer this question, I'd like to go back a little bit of why ESG exists and why then company is doing greenwashing. So ESG exists because in the current situation of the world, it's global warming. We are in it. We have been talking about it since 20 years and nothing has been done, not enough. So now it's global warming everywhere, and Vietnam is number one in getting negative impact of the global warming. We saw it with the Typhoon Yagi and many extreme weather that's happened in Vietnam. And every agency, and especially the Vietnamese government, is aware that this is the most exposed country of global warming and global change, climate change. So the time is urgent to do something and to do it now. But we have to do it good. So there is an international framework to guide company and to guide investor and to have key indicators of what is doing right, wrong, the impact and the improvement of the company. It's quite new, it's quite complex, and it's quite expensive in some area, in some countries. So I guess that's why it's leading to greenwashing, because of misrepresenting, misunderstanding, lack of knowledge, miss of budget as well. So it's not in purpose. Yeah. So greenwashing is, so when they don't do it on purpose, it's goodwill of doing good, but not related to the sectors. So for example, when they don't have the budget, they will mimic another companies, a neighbor, for example, in the same industry zone, but they don't produce the same products. So it's not related, so they will do something wrong that will not reduce the impact. So for example, a textile company cannot do the same of a tech company because the wastes are not the same, because the product they use to make it are not the same, so you cannot throw it in the same garbage, for example. Textile, they will use some colors that can be toxic. Yeah. It's liquid, and it should be in a special toxic liquid area. But if they are doing SIM cards, then they are using metal. Yeah. That can be toxic as well, but it's metal, it's not liquid. Yeah. So it has to be treated in some different area as well, specific area. So a lack of knowledge, a lack of willing to learn, maybe budget, I don't know, is making greenwashing because they mimic the wrong strategy. Yeah. But there is company that do it on purpose. It's a strategic misunderstanding, misrepresenting, and they lie to the stakeholder, to the investor, to the bank, and to the customers. So there is damage, there is implication and repercussion on this. We'll say it later. So this is why it's more sophisticated now, and I would like as well to highlight that it's cultural. So I'm from Europe, I've traveled a lot, and I live in Scandinavia for 2 years. Scandinavia, at the age of 6, they learn, maybe even before, separate the waste in 6 different garbage. So basically, when you eat a yogurt, it's not just one garbage. The top of it is one garbage. Then the paper of the brand is another one. And then the plastic, where is the yogurt, is another one. Children has been taught from the beginning to be very careful of what you consume and how it's going to be recycled. So if they learn that when they're 6, when they run a company, it's already in their DNA, and ESG is just a formality for them because they are already doing great performance in green strategy for any product. But if you're not aware of this thing, and this is education, this is public education in school, in advertising, so it's basically the government that should provide that. Yeah. If it's not done, then there is no awareness of what is wrong, what is the consequence of what I'm doing, and of what my company is doing. So I said that Vietnam is the first country that get impact of the global warming, but it's as well the first country that pollutes, the biggest one, during 2 months before that. Before that, there is some city like Hanoi that is the most polluting city in the world, bigger than cities in India. So I think Vietnam has very huge leverage to improve and has the most reason to do it because the impact is here.